Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Dark Angels, specifically Dark Angel Primaris Marines, because if you didn't know by now, next month there is going to be a White Dwarf magazine in the month of September, that is, and in that there is going to be something called Dark Angel Primaris. We have no idea what it is. It could be an article about like the Primaris Marines and the Dark Angels. It could be stuff like, showing off maybe some new rules, new stratagems. It could even be, if fingers crossed, maybe some upgrade kits or actually new character models for the Primaris. So what we're going to do in today's video, we're just going to go in and we're just going to wish list. That's it. I'm just going to wish list what I would like and what I think would make the Dark Angels really, really cool when it comes to Primaris Marines. So let's jump in and let's get started. So if you haven't been keeping up with updates, the brand new Space Marine Codex has dropped, and I have to say, if you are a Space Wolf, if you are a Blood Angel, if you are a Dark Angel, then you are missing out on the fun at the moment, because all these new cool stuff that we get now is basically making us like top tier. Combat doctrines are just sheer on awesomeness, and of course Dark Angels, Space Wolves and Blood Angels, I think Death Watch if I'm not mistaken, and Grey Knights don't get access to these as of yet. So a lot of people in the community going like, hey, what the hell GW, where's all our love and stuff like this? So maybe in the September issue, maybe they'll open up a different viewpoint, or maybe tease us with some of the stuff that Dark Angels get, because I am still convinced in some kind of form that the Dark Angels, the Blood Angels, and the Space Wolves will be getting their own codexes still. It probably won't be this year because you've got the Sisters to come out and stuff. There's this whole awakening which is happening as well. The rumours about the Black Templars stuff, which is, a bit well, it's not 50-50. It's rumours at the end of the day. You either believe it or you don't. So yes, it's very tricky to say that they'll get their codexes at the end of this year. But I can definitely see them at the start of next year, GW pumping out a brand new Dark Angel, a brand new Space Wolf, and a brand new Blood Angel Codex. Is it going to be filled with like lore and stuff, or is it going to be more like the supplement books that we've been getting for the Space Marines? Again, that's for you to decide. I personally would like it to be more like the supplement books that the White Scar and the Ultramarines got, because it just narrows the information down and stuff, and it gives us the more rules, more stratagems, and all that kind of stuff. But again, that's just my opinion on that. There is one key factor that we can connect all the supplements to, and at the moment, and I can definitely say the future supplements as well, is that with each new supplement, or each new codex, however you want to say it, there has been a brand new Primaris character for that faction. So if the Dark Angels get the update or the book or anything like that, then maybe this is going to be where we get the first actual Dark Angel character. It could be a brand new character. It could be a old loved character being made Primaris-fied. Me, personally, I would absolutely love the Chapter Master of the Dark Angels to be Primaris-fied. But then again, you can probably say that with the Chaplain characters they've got and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, to like keep it fresh and maybe not stand on too many toes, they can actually make a brand new Primaris character. We know that the Dark Angels have technically already had one, because you had the Dark Angels Lieutenant, which was Primaris-fied, but he wasn't a named character. I'm on about some of the big boys actually from the lore. Again, for me, it would preferably be one of these characters like Azrael. His model is very, very old, and when you look at and compare it to some of the new Primaris stuff, or just some of the new actual Warhammer models in general, he just stick out like a sore thumb on the battlefield, because he's got that such an old model. So it would be awesome if he did get the Primaris treatment. But then again, you can make that same argument for Asmodai as well. Asmodai is a well-known Dark Angel chaplain, let's say, interrogated chaplain. He takes no crap from no one, and he will purge you if you are fallen. He'll beat you over the head. His model is in the same boat as Azrael. He's got a very, very old model as well. And again, on the battlefield, when you put him out, it doesn't look like the best model, really, when it comes to fielding an army. I'm not saying it's a crap model. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm saying, like, if you compare it to the new stuff, it really stands out. Like, back in the day, these guys with the bee's knees, they had amazing models and stuff like that. But since the whole production, GW, and the design has basically gone forward, and you can make everything just sheer amazing now with the CAD design process. It's just these guys they are showing their age, let's say. What they could do and really throw like a curveball into the whole situation is maybe Primaris-fy Captain Samuel of the Raven Wing, because one of the really interesting things about the Raven Wing is that they're all on bikes, and if they did take the Primaris step with the Raven Wing, because this has kind of been a debate on its own, is that Primaris should get bikes, right? We've all said it. We all want it. We were all a bit let down when the White Scar supplement came out and there was no Primaris bikers and stuff like that. So maybe like they're saving something for like the Raven Wing, because they specialize in fast attack bikes, land speeders, all that kind of stuff. So maybe if they really wanted to surprise us, they could release Captain Samuel on like a new Primaris-fied bike of his, because he does actually have a hover bike at the moment. I think it technically was the only one in the Imperium until the Custodes started to fly everywhere. But it'd be really awesome to see Call mix the design up and, give him like a new version, Primaris-fied on it, leading a wave of new Primaris-fied Raven Wing into the jaws of battle, all on their new Primaris hover bikes, because again, Primaris have hover tech, so it wouldn't really make sense if they all had, a big repulsor tank or executioner tank, impulsor transport, then next to it, you're riding along with some wheels and stuff if you're a Primaris guy. It kind of throws off the whole design of the range for Primaris. So again, that is like ultimately wishlisting there, but I think that could be really, really cool if they did it and moved that in that direction. I personally think it'd be awesome. I think one of the problems at the moment is the genericness of the Primaris Marines. I will be the first to accept that. So when it comes to chapters like the Dark Angels, the Space Wolves, the Blood Angels, the stuff like even the Black Templars and stuff, when you add Primaris into this range, they basically just look Primaris in different coloured armour, as a lot of people would say, as Seth would say, we're basically going to become red Ultramarines and stuff like that. So I think they could really, really take an awesome route in designing upgrade kits. Upgrade kits are basically design squads for these chapters. So for example, for the Dark Angels, robes and stuff like that. Robes would be awesome. Upgrade chest pieces with robes, hoods on. We do know that, Primaris are starting to be accepted into the inner circles and stuff like that. So it would be awesome to see those chaps actually added on the battlefield with that recognition of their armor upgrades and stuff like, even like heads, just like Primaris updated helmets with, like plumes on it and stuff, those like wings we normally see on Dark Angels and stuff like that. All the awesome stuff that you think of when you think of Dark Angels. Add that to the Primaris range and just Primaris-fy it and just make it amazing, because like I said before, the CAD designs, the whole designing range now is just limitless. What you can do on the computer and what you can bring onto the tabletop. Yes, it could be a bit of a pain because some models do seem a bit busy, but for me, it's all about the rule of cool. It's about looking fabulous. It's about looking awesome. I don't care if he dies in the first turn. He will die looking fabulous. If it's nothing to do with upgrading, if it's nothing to do with new models, then for me, it has to be one thing. It has to be something to do with the lore. Please, I am a massive, massive lore junker. And with the situation at the moment going on with the Dark Angels, there is some juicy stuff they can do. For those of you who don't know, Luthor has escaped from the Rock. In the north of the Imperium, which is like the Wild West at the moment, there's supposed to be, everyone says, and the actual codex mentions it, a huge force of Fallen gathering in Legion-sized strength. Now, of course, Legion-sized strength for me is, 5,000 plus easily. Let's make it, for argument's sake, 15,000 plus, right? So when you got 15,000 plus Dark Angel Fallen gathering under leadership of a mysterious figure, again, that is hinted at as maybe Luthor, or it even could be someone else, and I have no idea who it could be, but I'm just going to go with Luthor, then the Dark Angels have a massive, massive problem. They have a huge, massive problem. One, their secret is like on the verge of being spilled out into the entire galaxy. And second, if the Fallen are gathering in Legion-sized strength, they could really wipe out the Dark Angels. The Dark Angels will have to like do something like the Last War Protocol, kind of what the Imperial Fist do. Is like send a message to all their successors, gather all the loyalists under the gene line of the Lion, and go out and fight or find the Fallen and try and stop them, capture them, kill them, whatever they can do to stop them from doing what they're doing. So it's going to be really, really interesting for me to see the whole lore advance of the Dark Angels, to see how they move through this new political environment, let's say, because of course Gilliman's back now. If would Gilliman even care? I don't think he would even care. He'd be like, traitors always happen. Don't worry about it, mate. It's just the Dark Angels and just their secrets, which is basically, I think, maybe their own downfall. But personally, I don't think that the Gilliman would care. Who say, well, you're loyal, they're not loyal. I don't care. Just as long as you're loyal, then it's fine with me. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because maybe some chapters are wiped out along the way, since if they learn the secrets of the Dark Angels and stuff like that, it should be very, very interesting, brothers. And just when you thought it was safe to go back into a Valrak video, you know I had to do this, right? I had to do it. What if this whole situation is leading up to return of a certain individual? Yes, you guessed it, Lion L. Johnson, the king of scrapping. He is the, well, I say the king of scrapping. He's probably one of the top tier fighters when it comes to Primarchs and stuff like that. He basically did punch out Russ. He did capture Kurz. So, you know, you can put him up there with like a badass, because those two are actually badass individuals within themselves. So, yes, what if all this is leading up to the Lion himself waking up? We know like the awakening is going to be happening. There's a lot of memes out there. There's a lot of speculation. What if it's the Lion that's got to wake up and stuff like that? This psychic awakening, it's a Lion being jolted back into the universe, and him seeing where the Imperium is. He sees Gilliman leading. He sees what the Dark Angels have become. The Fallen, maybe he launches the hunt to find the Fallen, to bring Luther back to justice. There's so many things that could happen if the Lion come up. It would be amazing, just amazing in itself, to see his political standpoint on what the Imperium has come, because the Lion is not the best person to talk to, because he is very, how do I say this nicely, he's a bit antisocial when it comes to people in general. So when he sees what the Emperor's Dream has become, what the Imperium has become, then I think he'll have a lot of words to say to certain individuals, especially the High Lords of Terror. It'd be awesome to see his interactions with Gilliman as well, and everything like that. So yeah, it would be very, very fun. Right, that is me done for another video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Please leave all the thoughts and feedback down below in the comment section. What would you like for Dark Angel Primaris? Are you expecting rules? Are you expecting armor upgrades? Are you expecting new models? If it is new models, what new models would you like? Would you like the Azrael, the Asmodai? Would you want the Lion? Leave it all down below, and we can have a nice little healthy chat about it down there, brothers. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.